Hi, in this tutorial I am going to teach you how you can migrate your ASP.NET MVC project to ASP.NET Core MVC project. So it is very important for the ASP.NET MVC developer because nowadays every company want to move their MVC project to MVC Core, right? So this is a very important tutorial for beginners as well as the professional developer as well. So before we starting, we need to uh, pro we need to implement some steps before we can start it. We can say it's a prerequisite for this particular tutorials. You must have a Visual Studio 2019 along with the 16.4 version or later, because right now the current version for .NET Core is 3.1, and if you want to work with the .NET Core 3 point work, you must have a Visual Studio 2019 along with the 16.4 version or later. So you can download any Visual Studio editions like community, professional or enterprise. It's up to you and as per your requirement, but the minimum standard is you need to require the 16.4 version for the Visual Studio 2019. So after this step, we need to create one ASP.NET MVC project for the sample tutorial purpose only, or if you already have some ASP.NET MVC project, then open that particular project, and now we can check the code inside that MVC.NET ASP.NET MVC project, and after that we create one new ASP.NET Core project and convert that particular ASP.NET MVC project to core project. So this is you can check, this is my sample ASP.NET MVC project. You can check there is one controller only, sorry, two controllers. One is for home and second for the employees. Along with that I have some migrations also there. I have views for employees and home as well. So in this particular demo project, I have a simple home and employees two controller and the views for home and employees. Along with that, I have a web config where I have connection strings over there for the database, that is employee DB, and apart from that I also have a global.sx that provide some registrations, filtering, routing config and bundle config over there. Okay, so let's start with the sample ASP.NET Core project, and that we convert this particular MVC project to the core MVC project. So in this Visual Studio, when you are opening this particular Visual Studio, you have something like this screen, and you need to select the ASP.NET Core web application. So I already have a recent template over there, or you can select from here and click on the next. So here you need to pass project names, and locations and solutions name. I like to suggest project name same as your old ASP.NET MVC project. So here we need not need to convert some libraries and namespace, and we can easily convert from old project to new project. So give the same name like your MVC project, so we can get more help from the namespace. So and no need to create and convert the namespace again and again in the every folders, or every, we can say, every class. Okay, so use the same name. For example, here in my old project I have a name as a MVC demo. Okay, so here I also give the same name like MVC demo. Okay, and then click on the create. Okay, so I already create this particular project to reduce the time. So you can check, this is the sample when we are creating the default MVC core project, ASP.NET Core MVC project, and you can see this is the default structure for core MVC project. You can check the controllers, models folder, view folders, and along with that you can check the www root over there. So this particular www root is to provide some static content when we are passing some style sheet, CSS, images and all those. We can include that particular static content inside this particular www root folder. Okay, and apart from this, controller models and view are the same as our MVC project. And along with that, you can check there is a no web config over here. There, for the web configuration you have to use the application settings.json file over here. And you can also check there is a no global.asx file. So for the global configuration we use the startup.cs file over here in this particular core MVC project. So you can configure all the startup related things in this startup.cs file. And you can mention all the configuration setting like in the our web .config. You can specify the configuration in the settings.json file. So you can check I create one settings already, that is a connection string, and specify the same connection string that I have in this particular ASP.NET MVC project. ASP.NET MVC project, you can say that I give the same connection string name here and specify the same connection string path in this particular project. Okay, so let get started with the other stuff in this particular, how you can convert this particular project to core project. Okay, so first things is that, as I told you, you have a global.asx file in this particular MVC project. So we don't no require the global.asx file in this core project. So we need to remove this particular global.asx files and handle the all the startup task in the startup.cs uh, file in the ASP.NET core project. So we need to handle all these particular startup related activities in this particular startup.cs class. Okay, so you can check over here, you can check some configuration is inbuilt over there, like add a controller with the view. That is the extension method to register the MVC services support for the controllers, API related features and view. You can also check there is a this add db context over there. Okay, so this for the this is the custom setting that I implement after the creating this particular project. So we just now we just check the inbuilt configuration. So there is a this one, these all are the inbuilt created when we are creating one new project. So here use static files, that means use static file you are using the use static file extension method to add the static files handler or in the that is the microsoft.asp.net core.static files. Okay, you are using this particular static file method to call the static files that is inside in our www.root files. Okay, and the next thing is use routing. The routing, that means you are using the extension method that add the routings over there. So these the same things that we are importing, means we are implementing the route configuration in our typical ASP.NET MVC project. Okay, now these all methods are already created, and in our sample project we don't have any additional configuration. We only have the area registrations, filter configuration, routing configuration that we already have, and the bundle configuration in that. So in this particular ASP.NET core MVC project we don't have any bundle configurations for the minimize of CSS JavaScripts. We use some open source config bundle config using the NuGet packages. So you can implement that, or you can directly add some minimize files over there as a static resources, and you can import in the project. Okay, so we all have this particular global dot setting in our uh, startup.cs class. Okay, and this is our endpoint. This is our default routings that we already have in this particular. When we are checking the startup, we have routing root config over, then we already have a default map route over there, right? That is a controller slash action slash id. So this is already set in this particular startup.cs file. Okay, so we already have a configure. If you have some multiples route over there, you can also configure that particular route over here. So next thing is we have to migrate the controllers and view from the MVC project to the core MVC. So inside this particular MVC project you can check there is a home controller over there. Okay, inside the home controller I have index methods, about and context. So to convert this particular home controller in the core MVC, I just simply copy all these particular methods from here and I simply paste inside my home controller. Okay, so this is for the log to log this particular miss log if anything, but I just paste this that particular all these three methods are here. That is index, about and context. You can check in this particular MVC we use the action result, while in the MVC core we are using the iAction result. That is the interface for action result class. Okay, so if you don't want to kind of change this particular action result, then it's fine, and it's also supported the action result as well. So we don't need to change anything, we just copy the methods from the controllers to these particular controllers. Okay, the next thing is we need to copy the views from the older MVC project to the core MVC project. So just simply right click in this particular home from the core project, and just simply right click and you can add the existing item, and you can select all the views from the MVC projects. So when we are importing this particular things, you have all this view from the MVC project over here. That is about, context, index, and privacy is already created, so we only import the about, contact, and index. Okay, so now our view is ready and our controller is also ready. The next thing is we have to migrate static content from the MVC project to a core MVC. So if you already have some static content in this particular MVC project, okay, so right now we don't have this one, but if you have some static content, right, so you can always migrate that particular static content to the this particular www.root folder. As we know, when we are creating this particular folder, we already have some bootstrap based CSS, JavaScript, and icons over there that we already have in this particular things. That is in the scripting file we already have bootstrap and all the configuration over there, right? Bootstrap, and some in the content folder we already have a CSS for that. So same CSS and same JS is already present when we are creating the new project over there, so you don't need to copy. If you have a different CSS and JS, you can always copy that particular CSS and JS inside this particular www root folder. So apart from that, yeah, so we migrate controllers, we migrate views, and after that we migrate static content over there. Okay, so apart from that we also need to migrate the layouts file from that particular older MVC project. So layout file also we have to migrate, so it's also same like a views. So click on just a shared folder, and you can add and import the existing item and select that particular layout from the old MVC project. So in the older when we are for example, when we are clicking on this particular things existing item, we have one pop-up over there. So just simply select for example, I have MVC this core folder, and inside the core folder I also have a project and this particular things. So I have a shared folder over there in the view. Okay, so I just need to import this particular layout that is from the MVC project, and just simply add. So I already added, so you can edit the layout as well. Apart from that, you also need to import the views import and sorry, view underscore view start file as well. So just simply right click on this parent folder and import the existing item from the old MVC project. So we now have a layout files, we have a shared in the shared folder we also have the view state view start files from the old MVC project. Okay, so apart from that, when we are checking in the layout file in the old project, for example, I open this particular layout, that is a default layout. Okay, so you can check we have some style and we render that particular style and CSS inside this particular layout, and that configuration is already done in the bundle config. Okay, but in the ASP.NET Core MVC we don't have use the bundle config. Okay, so we need to convert that particular render methods to the simple importing thing. So I convert that particular render method. For example, inside this particular layout you can check I have some rendered CSS over there, right? So I just that is for the bootstrap CSS. Okay, so I just simply convert that particular the render method to the simple link, that is a link and the relation it to style sheet, and I specify the bootstrap CSS path over here. Okay, same for the you need to implement the same for the JavaScript as well. So we have a rendered JavaScript over this here, right? So inside this is our core project. Inside that we don't have that bundle config, right? So we need to simply add the script files over here. Okay, and you can remove this render section as well, so there is no requirement to render sections in this particular core project. So I just simply convert that particular script file to the simple boost script link. Okay, so this part is also done. So we copy the layout files, we convert the and remove the render method from there, and we convert that renders to the simple links over there. So apart from that, you also need to yeah, for this particular example, okay, we also have some models over that is employee models, and we need to migrate options over there. So in this particular project I am using the entity framework. So if you are already using the entity framework over there, right, so you also need to migrate that things in the our core MVC project as well. So to implement that, we need to first setting the connection string over there, right? So in this particular MVC project, inside the web.config I already have a connection string, right? So I just simply copy this name and a connection string from here, and inside the core project I have a app setting.js, right? So inside the app setting.js I just simply create the connection strings, okay, parameters, and inside that I specify the employee DB connections and the path of that particular connection strings. Okay, so after that we need to import some NuGet packages, because the core MVC is a core framework is dependent most of its library as a say means from the NuGet packages. You can say most of the core libraries are the shared, so we not imported means it is not already imported in the project. We need to import that particular libraries using the NuGet packages. So to work with the entity framework, we need to import some NuGet packages inside the project. So in this text document you can check we need to import these three NuGet packages over there, that is employee entity frameworks, employee Microsoft.entity framework core, Microsoft.entity framework core.tools, and Microsoft.entity framework core.sql server. Okay, so you need to import this particular NuGet packages. So inside this particular dependency you can check in the NuGet packages I have already import this particular three packages over there, that is a core.sql server and core.tools. Okay, so now we when we are after this particular MBT framework we need to create a one context class for that particular that is for our DB context. Okay, so let's now we have to create that particular context class inside the our project, that is I already create, that is employee DB context. Okay, and I import I inherit the DB context. Okay, I delete this particular class, that's why it's give the one error. Okay, so for the particular particular db context, we need to create one db context class and import the db context class over here. And to import this particular db context class, we have this particular microsoft dot means we have to import microsoft dot entity framework core libraries. Okay, so you can simply import that one, and after that you can simply create one constructor and pass the db context option over there. So this is a miss, and that option you can pass in the parent constructor over there. Okay, so apart from that, you can add all the models over here, that for that you want to create the database tables. Okay, so you we need to import that all models over here to before that migrations. Okay, and apart from that, we already have a connection string in the that particular app setting.js. So we need to use that particular connection string to create the db context. So where you can do this, so inside the startup.css cs, you can check this line I skip when I introduce. Okay, so we need to import that particular employee db context over there. So we need to add that particular db context as a db context inside the services. So you can implement this particular thing, services dot add db context, and then pass that db context over the here. And we need to add the connection string name inside these particular things. So this is using the configurations, you can get the connection strings from the app setting.js. So, and using the use sql SQL, you can pass connection string over here, and using the connection string you can create the db context or in the inside the project. Okay, so after this particular setting, you can simply implement the migration. That is, we need to run the add migrations and then migrations name over there, and just simply update the database. So to implement our migration inside the database. Okay, so after the migrations, you can implement the controllers. For example, we inside this particular old mbc project, I have employee controllers, right? Employee controller. So I just simply create the same employee controller inside the core mbc project, and copy the all the methods from the employee controller to the core mbc project. And same like a home controller, I create the all the views for the employee controller as well. After all things is done, you simply rebuild and run this particular project. So when so this is our older project, and this is a okay. So inside this particular things, I not import the employee controllers here, but you can simply import the create the employee controllers and import copy the all the methods from all the mbc project, and create the same view for the all the employee methods over there. And you can simply run this rebuild and run this particular project. So this is the simplest way to migrate your mbc project to the mbc core project. Hope so. So this video help you to migrate your ASP.NET MVC project to ASP.NET Core MVC project. So, and thank you for watching this video.